just went to Masinde Muliro University, and I filled the forms. Then later I got a letter from them that I'm able to join the university. That's how I ended up being a teacher, because when I was asked what am I going to study, I just thought, what else? Probably I had been teaching kidogo and I had the concept of what or how it is done. So I just said, okay, let me just go for teaching there. So when I was applying for it and I got the letter, and then I went ahead to join. Masinde Muliro University is in Kakamega, so I preferred going to a branch. I went to Bungoma campus. I thought that I'll have an option of doing sciences when I went there. So when I went there and I told them I want to do sciences, chemistry, because I used to love chemistry when I was in high school. And I always used to tell my teacher that I wanted to be an analytical engineer there. But how life unfolded, I still thank God. Okay. So I wanted to do sciences, but they told me that they don't offer them. So I just came back to the other arts. That's how I ended up doing Kiswahili and geography for the 4 years that I was there. So when I was in Bungoma campus, and it was quite tough for me because I wasn't a regular student, I was a school-based student because of already the challenges I was going through, and now I was teaching. I stopped teaching primary school and I went ahead to teach high school. I got an opportunity to teach in a high school. So when I was there teaching, I planned like I'll be teaching, and then during the holidays I'll be attending my classes. That is for the 1 month, the 3 weeks when the students will be off, then I'll be in class. So that one is school-based, and that's how I really managed to study. It wasn't easy. So the first semester, after getting the letter, and I happily joined, yet I didn't have a single coin. So I went back home with the letter and I told my parents, I've joined university. I need school fees. My father laughed and he said, where do you think you get the school fees? I told him, you just sell your cow. Sell one of the cow, give me the money, I pay, and then I'll see how it goes. He sold one cow. I think he gave me 7,000 shillings. I deposited, and I used to move to the bursary offices to ask and plead to be supported. So also the bursary, if I get 5,000, it's a top up. But that little fee couldn't help me at all, because at the end, for the first semester, you had to clear the fee before you do the exam. So that's how I was chased away from university. For the first semester, the exam was on, and because of the huge balance, I had to come back home. So I came back home, and I remember that day I was crying, and I had a headache. And you know, when I was teaching now, this money they are paying is little. I think they were paying me 7,000 shillings. Very little. Because remember, in the 7,000, you are renting a house. You have to feed yourself. It wasn't easy at all. And then university, they need school fees. So you don't know how you really manage. But I thank God, because out of there, I managed by the grace of God. So when I was still there for the first semester, chased away, coming back home crying, and I really had a headache. And I was just saying, I've tried all options and it seems things are not working for my good. I was just saying, maybe what if I just die? See, I die so that I get out of all this misery. But I thank God. So that time, I used to walk around and go to the cousin to my father, the one who has educated me. I could go to their home, at home, visit them, visit his father. And his father really loved education. So he could really talk about the importance of education. And I was always there just listening to him. And he knew my story, the challenges I was facing. And he used to encourage me, you utasoma, 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 siku moja utasoma. But I don't know how I was going to manage. And I thank God. And I rarely met the son because he's not working in this country. So I just used to hear he used to come during the end of the month, probably. So I just used to be positive minded because of what my grandfather used to tell me. But luckily, that day I was chased away from university because of school fees, and I went there. I found the son, that is my uncle, and I was just crying because now I was just tired of this life. And he saw me and he asked me what's the problem, and I explained everything, how I've been chased away.